Quick one, no time. Do you know that it's better to liberate yourself than education? That is, liberation is better than education. Because it is only when you liberate yourself that you can give yourself the kind of education that you want for yourself and your people. If you don't liberate yourself and you think you are getting education from a foreign land or from the external influence or power, that's influence, or those people, they will give you the kind of education they want you to have. They are the ones to draw your curriculum. There will be a ceiling over your head in making sure that you don't go beyond certain information or certain knowledge. They will give you the kind of education they want you to have. So liberation is the best. Liberate yourself, educate yourself in your own way with your indigenous knowledge. Not that you cannot borrow from outside, but it's better to liberate yourself than getting educated elsewhere. That's my number one point. Another thing, do you know that it's far harder to liberate yourself from an African enslavement, a black enslavement, than the other side? Because they don't have conscience. The other ones can be easier, but this one that knows what you know, to liberate yourself from a black man hand is harder than to liberate yourself from a white man. And when we talk of African liberation, it might still take longer to liberate ourselves fully from our colonial masters or the other influence. Because each time you try to liberate yourself, you have to run to another master to protect you, because you don't have what it takes, the firepower, the technology, and even the politics, the international politics, to do it by yourself. That is why when you see a Nigerian head of state or Nigerian politicians, when they are about getting power, they go run to London, go to number 10, you don't know what they sign, you don't know the agreement they have with them to protect their interests, their oil and all the investments. A will go, B will go, C will go. So they will choose the one they want that can do their bidding and put him there. Just like now that Niger is trying to, pull herself out from France influence. You see how they've gone to Russia, China, to protect them. So that is two devils, but you have to choose the lesser one. And each time Africans try to liberate themselves, their own brothers are the one that will scuttle the whole thing. They will make themselves available as a willing tool in making sure that it doesn't work properly. That's why I tell you that it's easier to liberate yourself from a white man's hand than a black man. The other side, they are waiting patiently like vultures, waiting. Let there be disunity, let there be war, let there be something so that they can come in. We see the Wagner group coming. We see everybody trying to talk, is trying to be involved. Everybody is trying to remove the other one, and because you make yourself vulnerable. And our politicians have refused to learn a lesson out of all these things. When you think that they've learned one thing or the other, you put them there, the same thing. They continue squandering money, misbehaving, not carrying their people along, not doing, they don't respect the Constitution. They all are all. They don't obey. They'll be talking about rule of law, talking about democracy. They are not democratic. They don't obey the law. Just take, for instance, what happened in Nigeria. Let's just use Nnamdi Kalu's case. You went somewhere and kidnap somebody. You clap hands, you are okay. But under international law, it's against international law to do a rendition, to go somewhere and kidnap somebody. But they did it. You go to law court, the court say, free that person. You say no. I just want to use Kalu and Co. El Sasaki. Even the CBN governor, Emefiele. That is how they operate. If you want your country to work, if you want to be democratic, you must obey the Constitution, whether it is against you or in favor of you. That is one thing. They want to sell their weapons. They want to sell their arms. They want to test everything. If you allow Tinubu with way, it will put you in a very big mess. It will put Nigeria in a sober reflection. We have our own challenges, Boko Haram, everything, ISIS, terrorism, kidnapping, banditry, oil thefts, no employment, no lights. You want to go execute war somewhere to massage your ego. Let them know that you are Jagaban, so that they can sponsor you and say, remain there. So we have to be wise. So now Nigeria don't shit for pants. Everybody don't use them. They do yeah. Once you select the wrong leader, leadership of Nigeria has become something else. We always bring our worst to go outside there and mess up. Buhari will go there, we don't know, they ask him question, he will just be reading from written notes. They must have just come out it as expo and be reading. So our people, make una wise up, our leaders, they no send. They no send. They are on their own. You are on your own.